Hey guys, it's Achi Luxury and welcome to the Achi Luxury channel. Today guys, I want to talk about looking for work at 50. Looking for work at 50. And for those of you who don't know, I'll just give you a bit of a synopsis. I had a horrible burglary. I came back from America in October. I came back in early November 2022. And I discovered I had been burgled. My studio, my watch collection, many of my possessions were stolen. And I got to tell you something. In many ways, I blame YouTube for this because YouTube, I earned good money. I had contacts who I could get beautiful pieces from. And I also displayed my place, my possessions to burglars who then proceeded to help themselves to my collection. So, you know, what do you do? What do you do? And for a period of time, I wanted to walk out of my YouTube career. I have been full-time on YouTube since I left my last IT contract job in September 2014. That was at the waste management plant. And I've basically been full-time on YouTube. And I gotta tell you something. After this burglary, I wanted to quit. I wanted to walk out. And I gotta tell you something. It's a very tricky thing. A few things have happened since I last had a IT contract. Well, for starters, let's have a talk about some of the obstacles in the way. Well, the first fact is the last time I worked in IT contracting was September 2014. That's nearly 9 years ago. Since that period, I've been full-time doing YouTube comedy, live videos, and cynical sort of videos. Not the most politically correct, not the most woke, not the most helpful for finding a job in the corporate space. The other great adventure is that I just turned 50 years old. And unfortunately, in the IT space, being 50 is like being 62 in any other industry. You are old dogs. Ow, ow, ow. Old doggies. Old dogs. And I gotta tell you something. It is a very, very tricky dicky thing. I just had a look in Australia. One of the big IT websites to find a job is seek.com.au. That's an employment website where you can find employment, find jobs, contract positions, full-time, part-time, you name it. It's all on Seek. And the interesting thing is, since I've been out of the industry since September 2014, I went and had a look a couple days ago for jobs in desktop support. I thought, you know what? Let's go into some desktop support work. That's a desktop support. That's a fancy word to say you work in a company, a bigger company, you help roll out equipment, you set equipment up. If people do have problems, you do troubleshooting, you link them up to the network, you do all sorts of, it's IT support. Desktop support that's the term for it. And the interesting thing is, I had a look at some desktop support positions, and guess what? There's a few around. However, I noticed the pay range was between 50,000 Australian dollars and 85,000 Australian dollars. the funny thing is, the pay is not much different to 9 years ago when I last worked in IT contracting. That's right. That's kind of funny, isn't it? So even though we've had massive cost of living increases, things have gotten so fucking expensive, the pay hasn't gone up. The pay hasn't gone up. The pay has been a disaster. That's correct. The pay hasn't gone up. The pay has stayed the same, whereas the costs of living have soared. So I got to be totally honest with you. It's kind of fuck this, fuck die. Fuck this, fuck die, from the Latin to be completely fucked. So it is tricky. It is very tricky. The other thing is, I had a good friend of mine. He's a good friend. This is Dave, the super collector. Dave, he said, Arch, I can sugarcoat this, or I can tell you the truth. He said, Arch, to tell you the truth. And I've told Dave, the super collector, many personal about my income, about my business, the YouTube business. And I've told him, you know, I'm feeling a bit unhappy. I'm thinking about leaving YouTube. And I told him I'm thinking about getting maybe an IT job. And Dave's a very good friend of mine. He told me the truth. He said, Arch, can I be totally honest with you? He said, Arch, let me say this nicely to you because I really like you. Arch, you're not going to get an IT job. You've been out of the industry for nearly 10 years. They'll take one look at your YouTube videos and they're going to not be interested. He said the only job you can really do is Uber, you know, the taxi driving, ride sharing, Uber. And I had a bit of a thought about that. I thought, shit. Yeah, okie dokie. Uber. Uber. What do I think of that? Uber. Yes, he said, Arch, the only thing you could really do is Uber. So I gotta be totally honest with you. I don't like this shit. I don't like it. I don't really want to do Uber. The problem is my Honda Civic is too old. I've got a 2013 Honda Civic. It's too old for Uber. And the lease, the BMW, well, I can only put so many miles on the clock. And you start using that for Uber, it's going to wear the fike out. So I'm not really keen to do that. Yes, I'm not really keen to do that. Yeah, exactly right. So I got to be totally honest with you. Looking for work at 50, it's pretty damn, how do I put this? It's pretty damn hard. It's hard. It's very hard. So I've got to be honest with you. Maybe for me, I'll keep, you know, maybe Fatso's got to make some creative videos. Get back in the YouTube saddle. Buckle up, big boy, buckle up, because there ain't that many opportunities. And the thought of doing Uber kind of makes me... I did Uber in the past. I didn't mind Uber. I don't mind it. Yeah, so... Phew. I got to be honest with you. I think... Yeah, it's... I turned 50. The thing is, I look back. Before the burglary, I had such optimism. I had such hope. I was so happy. I had a beautiful collection. I had some nice stuff. And then it's sort of taken the stuffing out. It's taken the stuffing out of me. And now I'm looking at going back into, say if I wanted to go back into IT, I haven't worked for somebody for 9 years. I'm old, I'm over 50. And I've done YouTube as a comedian, as a storyteller, which hasn't been the most woke or politically correct. And as my good friend said, the only thing you can do, Arch, is Uber! Uber, Uber, Uber. So, yeah. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think, guys. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. Tell me what you think. What should I do? Maybe I should just go and keep doing YouTube. Keep doing the tubes. By the way, guys, I stream every day. Morning and night, streaming every day. That's what I do. That's where the money is. That's what you gotta do. Streaming morning and night on my Achi Luxury live stream. I'll put a link either that corner or that corner if I remember. See you in the next one. Uber Fikers! Hi guys, it's Achi Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, Archie Luxury on the YouTube sensation, the Pluto channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US, look down in the description. $50 US, I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want, and it keeps me going on YouTube. Because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small, specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon. Look down below, and I will see you in the next one.